Welcome back to the channel, family. I find myself on a road trip with the wife, and we find ourselves up here at, if I can get this camera to go the right way, Jupiter Donuts here in Boynton Beach. Okay, wants to lock onto my head. Here we go. Yeah. When we used to live down here in South Florida, we used to come over here every once in a while. Probably the world's best donuts. We love it here. And unfortunately, we live about 3 hours away now. So coming down here, takes a little bit of effort. But I am here, you are here with me, and I'm about to show you what we think is probably some of the world's best donuts. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Our amazing showcase.
And we love this place.
You?
Yeah, we used to live down here in South Florida, and
You a blogger?
yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
So thought I'd come out, check it out, show the people a little bit of the love.
Yeah, we'll get French toast.
So we just made our order. I stepped outside just so this way I wouldn't be bothering anybody talking and stuff like that while they're ordering. But Jupiter Donuts is one of those places that most of their locations, I think all except for the Lantana location, which is open to later in the evening. But most of them, what they do is they actually just make a fixed batch of actual donuts. And what they do is once they sell out, they close. So it's actually kind of awesome because of the fact that when I used to live down here, I will be over here around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be fighting a line, things of this nature, just so I can get everything nice and fresh and hot. And usually by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, that place shuts down and that's it. Whoever got it, got it. Whoever didn't. So it's kind of a nice, interesting business model just because of the fact that they actually just kind of create their own demand by saying, hey, we're open till whatever, but if I ran out, that's it. But amazing, and I do mean amazing donuts. And I'm gonna, we got a variety. I'm about to show you a little bit of what we got, so that way you guys can actually, enjoy with us. And then we're gonna be going to some other places throughout the day. So I don't know if I'll make this all into one video or into multiple videos, but either way, you're coming with me. You want to do what? You want to take a bite of my Samoa? Samoa. Yeah. Just like the Girl Scout cookie on a donut. What? And you want a bite? She wants a bite. She got her own though. Don't look at me like that. She's got her own. I got two of these so that way she can have her own. I don't know why she wants to take a bite out of my Samoa. That's not right.
Like
to see if you like it. You know you like it. Stop lying. Girl, you need to go back to church.
If I don't like it, then you give it to Jasmine.
See what I'm working with? Here you go. Here you go. What we do for love. You like it? Yeah. Now you're gonna eat your whole one and leave me with my bite missing. That's the way it is, people. That's the way it is. But you know what, though? It's all good. It's all love. It's my boo. Yeah. Blueberry powdered. I swear I'm gonna get so fat after this. But it's worth it. She went to get some milk. It does the body good. Man, we got a dozen donuts because on the way back home, we're gonna stop in at my daughter's house in Vero. And she wanted some because she also, we all used to live down here. So she wants some because, it's reminiscent of her. I don't know how much of this is gonna make it back over there, but I make no promises. Why are you looking at me like that? Want some milk? You can't have no milk?
No.
Why?
What do you want to drink though?
I don't drink milk. I drink a lot of milk. She greedy, folks. Straight up greedy.
It's exactly like it.
Wow.
Even the dog.
That's a churro donut. And if you've ever had a churro, you will not notice a single bit of difference between the churro and that donut. It is that good. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah. I'm telling you guys, this place is amazing. We are in the Boynton Beach location. After this, we plan on going to a nature preserve, sanctuary. I forget what it's called. I'll look it up and tell you in a little while. But yeah, we're on a day trip around Florida, and thanks for coming along. I'm gonna keep scarfing down, and I will give you a review in 1,000 words or less later. Maybe. But later. Okay, so now we're at the Gumbo Limbo Nature Preserve Center here in Boca Raton, Florida. It's a place that we have never been. Usually when we want to go to one of the actual nature preserves or nature centers, we end up going to one that's called Loggerhead Turtle. My wife loves turtles. So we go there a lot, but we thought we'd do something different since we are on a day trip and we're trying to do some things that we know, some things that we just don't know, and just have a whole lot of fun in between. I apologize as of now for the wind noise. Unfortunately, I broke my lavalier mic, so it is what it is, fam, until I get another one. But first impression, the place looks nice. I mean, it's right on the ocean. Literally, about 100 yards to my left is the actual Atlantic Ocean. So yeah, getting some really nice breezes, fresh, crisp, clean air. Absolutely love it. Look at her, man. She can't even wait. She can't wait for nobody. She's like, ooh, I want to go see some turtles. Are you waiting for me there? Okay. Yeah, right back there, Atlantic Ocean. You can actually see it through the trees. I like that. Anything interesting?
In 2005, you had all this of them coming in. Then 2006, see how it's shrinking.
Oh, wow.
And then 2009 with all the condos and all that stuff. See how it's minimized.
So this is just the actual nesting stations for the turtles?
Yeah.
We can do it all. Come on. You want to go to the tanks? Or you want to go to the rehab center first? Go ahead, I'll follow you.
FAU lab. Do the 2 o'clock turtle talk, so.
Okay, so you don't mind me recording? Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you don't mind
won't-
giving me some information, I would love it.
Information on turtles.
Yeah, the turtles and things of that nature. What is it you guys do here?
Okay. All right. Well, this is a rehab facility. That's
Okay.
the hospital right there.
Okay.
And this is a medical and critical care area for the sea turtles.
Okay.
It's where we try to rescue and save as many turtles as we can. We successfully have a 90% success rate.
Wow.
And
That's
we're
really good.
very proud of that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
My wife and I, we're pretty avid boaters. We have boats, we have jet skis, we love the water. And, it's not uncommon for me to have to pull the boat over and pick up trash that I find because people are just a little bit too careless and things of this nature. Sometimes, about the way that they boat or the way they just don't really care about the environment. Can you talk to us about the impact just so that way the viewers can also know this is not just something that's just made up?
Right.
It does actually have an impact when we actually decide to be more responsible with the way that we handle ourselves in the water.
So right here, these photos are taken right here.
Okay.
And this is a hatchling. This turtle is no more than that big.
Okay.
It did not make it, and we do necropsies here to see maybe the paws, and in the belly cavity, all of this plastic was in all these pieces of plastic were in this turtle.
So all the plastic that is seen on the photo right there was actually inside the turtle's stomach.
Correct.
Let me see if I can get this thing focused in here, right? So all that plastic debris, I see different colors of these different thicknesses. That's a lot of plastic to be in a turtle that's that small. Wow.
Yes. And if you look how sharp some of the edges are of that
Oh, yeah.
plastic, right?
Yeah.
So what we recommend here, or hope that the takeaway is that we start to rethink single-use plastic and start to use reusables.
Okay. Guys, just give me 30 seconds just to touch on this topic real quick. I'll tell you right now, I am not on one end of the spectrum or the other when it comes to this stuff. I am not some sort of kind of eco super warrior, but at the same time, I'm not so detached from the responsibility that I'm just completely oblivious to it. Truth of the matter is, the Bible is actually very, very clear. Genesis 1, very beginning. Verse 28, then God blessed them and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply. This is God talking to mankind. Fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion over the fish, over the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on earth. Plain English, Adam, Eve, be a good steward. I've given you this planet. Be a good steward. Take care of it. And that's really what it boils down to, guys. You don't have to be so, active to be some kind of a super warrior, but at the same time, just don't be hands off. God has given us a beautiful creation. And it's up to you and me just to make sure that it stays beautiful. And with that said, I'll take you back to the video. Thanks. Different fish. Big loggerhead. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You are a camera hog. Yes, you are not shy, are you? So tarpon. I don't know if you guys can actually get a really good look at this, but this turtle, it's injured. Sometimes what happens is when they get hit by propellers and things of this nature, they lose their ability to become buoyant because literally the back legs and the back side is paralyzed. So until it heals properly, it cannot maintain buoyancy correctly, which is what makes it dangerous for them because they can't float, they can't swim correctly. Now, I don't know that's exactly what's wrong with this particular turtle. Okay, well, you know what, folks, we actually have an expert that's actually going to explain to you the issue with this particular turtle.
Hi. Well, as I started to say, they get when they have an injury to their shell. What happens sometimes, air gets underneath, and air will get trapped, and it gets diffused through their tissues, and it doesn't release. So
Okay.
they almost become like a pool float, and it interferes with their ability to swim.
Now, in times past, I've been explained that sometimes that causes the propeller can cause a certain level of paralysis. Is that
Yes.
possible as well?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it does do spinal cord damage, which the
Ooh, redfish, yes. Delicious. I don't know if you guys can hear that, how well it comes out, but it's the sound of the ocean. And it is so relaxing. I couldn't even begin to describe to you the actual, the smells, the sounds, the tranquility. Absolutely gorgeous. So far, this place has definitely been worth the trip. Not only do you have things for the kids, if you have a family, that the kids can just go crazy overlooking all the fish, all the different wildlife. If you're like me and you just like learning information about things, there is plenty of information to go around. We are right now in the butterfly gardens, walking around, and this is where we can actually see and hear everything. And yeah, the water is literally right behind the trees that are right next to me. I can see them through here. But absolutely gorgeous, absolutely amazing. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely a 9.5 for good, relaxing, clean fun, and value. Oh, by the way, they don't charge anything for admission. They're hoping for donations, but it's absolutely free. So, you know, if you can help, I would encourage you to do so. But you don't have to worry about coming over here if you're living on a budget. It's a great half-day trip for you and the family, and it really is worth it. And look at that, look at that, look at that. There's the water, people, there's the water. Could be the river. I don't know, there's a sailboat over there. We'll look. Either way, beautiful. Love it. No trip is complete without a gift shop, obviously. Here's where it gets dangerous, folks. Pray for me. So after a great time here at the actual nature center, we're now on our way to our third and final destination, which is going to be one of my favorite sandwich shops of all time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Laspadas. If you've never had that experience, well, you should. You owe it to yourself. Our third and final stop this trip is going to be to one of the most amazing sandwich shops I have ever seen in my life. When we used to live down here and I used to work in this area, and I had to be in Boca Raton as we are today, I would find any and every excuse to come to the following location. It is a small chain of hoagies and sandwiches here in the South Florida area. I think they even go as far north as Orlando, if I recall, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, this place, when I tell you that this is the best sandwich on the planet, I am not kidding to you guys. There's no word that I can actually tell you to describe this location. And without further ado, let me show you exactly where I'm at. I don't know if that's coming up the right side or if it's coming out backward, but I am at Laspadas Hoagies here in Boca Raton, and you are in for a treat.
And American cheese on the ham.
We are after that right there, the monster. And believe me, it is. Do you guys mind if I record for a blog for YouTube and stuff like that? You guys are good with that? Awesome. All right, guys. So let me explain to you what this monster is. Imagine
One large Italian.
a hoagie larger than 12 inches. Imagine a layer of meat on the bottom, which is pretty thick. Imagine any and every topping you can think of. And then imagine them putting another layer of meat on top of that, which eclipses anything and everything that even sounds remotely like a topping. I mean, this thing is so huge. The bread doesn't close. Yeah. That's what the monster is. Thank you. Spicy mustard. The spicy. Watch this, people. When she finishes getting that together, it's gonna fly. Yeah.
It's always not.
That is beautiful.
A little bit of oil vinegar.
Um,
Can you add bacon to that? Okay, that's fine.
Let me go with the jalapeno.
Small bag or a big bag?
Maybe one of the chips. Just, yeah, big bag. That's what I'm talking about, people. All right, guys, look at this. This is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. Last time we came, I ended up eating a whole sub by myself, and she had gotten one. She only ate half, and I ended up eating her half. And while that is delicious, and it was amazing, I had a food coma afterwards. This thing is just that huge. But anyways, like I said, it's a great spot, great food, friendly atmosphere, very reasonable prices. And I would highly recommend if you guys are in the Boca Raton area or any of the other places that they have at Laspadas location, you should definitely check them out. It's great.
Do the 2 o'clock turtle talk, so.
Okay, so you don't mind me recording? Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you don't mind giving me some information, I would love it.
Information on turtles.
Yeah, the turtles and things of that nature. What is it you guys do here?
Okay, all right. Well, this is a rehab facility. That's
Okay.
the hospital right there.
Okay.
And this is a medical and critical care area for the sea turtles.
Okay.
It's where we try to rescue and save as many turtles as we can. We successfully have a 90% success rate.
Wow.
And
That's really
we're
good.
very proud of that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
So what you're seeing here currently is these are Kemp's Ridley. They are the smallest and rarest of the 7 species of sea turtle.
The smallest and rarest? Okay.
Smallest and rarest. They were rescued from Cape Cod during Christmas, New Year's. They went up there, they migrate up there to feed on crab. It got very cold, the cold front came through and it trapped them in cold water.
Beautiful.
And they became cold stunned. They're cold-blooded animals, so their temperatures dropped very quickly. They got cold stunned, which led to hypothermia and pneumonia. And that's when a volunteer network kicked in. Volunteers went out and scooped them out of the water because when they go into this cold stun, they float on the surface. They scooped them out of the water, they took them to shore, they put them in vans and cars, and they drove them to the airport where pilots, volunteer pilots, and their planes were waiting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So hundreds were flown down to warmer climates, to the east and west coast of Florida and to Texas to save as many as we can. Hundreds were flown down here. We're a small facility, we took in 12. SeaWorld took in a bunch, and some other facilities took in a bunch. So we had 12. Sadly, we lost 3. They were very, very sick. We have 9 remaining, and they're doing very well. And we're very happy to say that soon, hopefully, we'll be releasing them.
That's awesome.
So yes,
That's awesome.
so they're carnivores, and so they migrate up to feed on the crab up there. They were supposed to turn around and come back, but the cold weather, poor thing.
Yeah, it prevented that. You know, my wife and I, we're pretty avid boaters. You know, we have boats, we have jet skis, we love the water. And, you know, it's not uncommon for me to have to pull the boat over and pick up trash that I find because people are just a little bit too careless and things of this nature. Sometimes, you know, about the way that they boat or the way they just don't really care about the environment. Can you talk to us about the impact, just so that way the viewers can also know this is not just something that's just made up?
Right.
You know, it does actually have an impact when we actually decide to be more responsible with the way that we handle ourselves in the water.
So right here, these photos are taken right here,
Okay.
and this is a hatchling. This turtle is no more than that big.
Okay.
It did not make it, and we do necropsies here to see maybe the paws, and in the belly cavity, all of this plastic was in, all these pieces of plastic were in this turtle.
So all the plastic that is seen on the photo right there was actually inside the turtle's stomach.
Correct.
Let me see if I can get this thing focused in here, right? So all that plastic debris, I mean, I see different colors of these different thicknesses. That's a lot of plastic to be in a turtle that's that small. Wow.
Yes, and if you look how sharp some of the edges are of that
Oh, yeah.
plastic, right?
Yeah.
So when we see a turtle and we know or suspect that it has plastic and it's alive, we will give it oils, mineral oils and stuff in the diet so that it can hopefully pass the plastic.
Okay.
But as you can see, the sharpness of some of the edges, it could really rip them up.
Absolutely.
As well. So plastics are a serious problem. If you eat fish, you're eating microplastic, and that's a fact. So what we recommend here, or hope that the takeaway is that we start to rethink single-use plastic and start to use reusables.
Okay.
And if you're on the beach, pick up plastic
Absolutely.
around you, because it's only going to end up in the ocean and break down, and you're going to see here. So what we have is larger turtles, larger pieces of plastic. See the bottle caps there?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this turtle survived this, but it passed all this plastic. This photo's taken right here in this tank.
So that's actually a photo that took place right here in this facility from a loggerhead, correct? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much for talking to us a little bit about it.
you're welcome.
Okay. Well, you know what, folks? We actually have an expert that's actually going to explain to you the issue with this particular turtle. I gave you what my thoughts, my 2 cents were based on past experiences, but she's going to tell us exactly what's wrong with this one.
Hi. Well, as I started to say, they get when they have an injury to their shell. What happens sometimes, air gets underneath, and air will get trapped, and it gets diffused through their tissues, and it doesn't release. So
Okay.
they almost become like a pool float. And as you can see with the turtle here, his rear butt is up in the air. And the reason why they can't be released is that they can't dive down deeply. And they dive down deep to eat, they dive down deep to sleep, and it interferes with their ability to swim. So it becomes more of an issue where they would be more likely attacked by another predator. And it's a safety issue, that's why we keep them.
Okay. Now, in times past, I've been explained that sometimes that causes the propeller can cause a certain level of paralysis. Is that
yes.
possible as well?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it does do spinal cord damage, which the turtle underneath that's hiding Morgan, we have another turtle in here that suffers from the same problem, which also has paralysis of its lower fins from the same thing. So, like, certain turtles can't, like there's a turtle in our other tank that has to stay in a shallow tank.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it can't even dive down deep in this tank, it would drown.
Oh, wow.
Because they have to come up to get air, but they come down to eat and to sleep. So that's why that poor turtle's swimming this way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
problem.